If you're afraid to make changes, you'll never get anywhere. As time goes on, trees grow or they fall over, and what I don't want to see is like, yeah, it fell over and leave it there.
We only have one planet. This is it. This is where we live, and some of our resources are finite.
What seems to be the rapid change is probably the hardest thing to get your mind wrapped around and be prepared for.
Probably the biggest challenge is public perception and public understanding. It's a long, slow process.
People have a certain disconnect between just agriculture and the environment and how we live nowadays. I think it's very easy to forget that these things are very important for us to be able to keep living as a race.
Best thing a farmer can do is kind of plan out years and try to really know what's going to happen. And dealing with climate change and things like that, you can't really.
You know, we hope to go generations, more generations, and we hope that our family is still farming this ground, 50, 100 years from today. So in order to accomplish that, we know we have to take care of the natural resources we have.
Conservation is what connects us to our past and it protects our future.
It's a leap for us to envision a different future, but if we can bring things up a notch for the next generation and they can bring things up a notch for the next generation, that's what will endure.
Some of the things we do today that we think are by far the best thing to do, that maybe my grandkids will look at 40 years from today and say, I can't believe Grandpa was doing that. It's a moving target how we work with Mother Nature on changes in rain patterns, changes in weather patterns, and how that impacts us. NRCS has been a huge, huge help to me. I don't know how they pick people that love natural resources like they do, and that tends to rub off on you as a farmer as they start working with you.
We're working with them to try to get some sort of conservation on their ground so that they can continue doing this for the next 5 or 10 or 15 or 50 generations.
The NRCS has impacted a lot. We're in contact, we're always in contact in trying to make sure that the farm is still sustainable.
You see the change in their day-to-day life when you go back after a project has been completed, and how much cleaner their area is, how much happier the animals can be.
When they first started working with me when I was in my early 20s, I didn't have the love for the land that I do today, and I think a lot of that love came from working with people from NRCS that have that love and teach you to take care of your natural resources.
Everybody's kind of tuned into what everybody else is doing, and when it's working effectively, we can cast a pretty broad net, and we can affect a lot of change.
I know it's going to be tough to sink us because we're survivors, and I think that's part of my passion, and it's part of why we strive to do a better job all the time, because that's what we have to do in order to survive.